Golden Tears is an amazing painting which we chose to recreate because of its uniquely mysterious beauty, and the fact that it is abstract allows us to have artistic license. The painting was created by Anne-Marie Zilberman, a famous French painter who was inspired by Gustave Klimt. The original painting was created using oil-based paints along with some gold leaf flakes. These mediums were popular in the early 20th century paintings that Anne was trying to emulate. The first time we met was the only time our whole group would be able to be together, which made this project somewhat difficult to coordinate. We initially just assigned roles and painted the background. The background was painted by randomly blotting yellow, gold, and red paint, then using a sponge to partially cover the blots with black paint. The hair was made by gluing yarn onto paper in a similar pattern as the painting. We then painted the hair similarly to the way we painted the background by blotting. We found that in order to stay productive, it is very important to have quality music playing along with proper snacks for the occasion. We chose Matthias to be our model since he had the right jaw shape and no one else would do it. We ran into issues with his top lip because when we overlined it, it looked very messy. We had trouble recreating the lip color using the available lipstick, so we resorted to actually painting his lips. We also had to cover his eyebrows with makeup and draw them on his forehead since the woman in the painting has a rather unproportional face. Covering his eyebrows was quite difficult and required very much glue in order to erase the brows. We went to CVS in order to find a makeup that would match the complexion of the woman's face, but we were unsuccessful in finding anything light enough. After CVS, we stopped at McDonald's before continuing our search for extremely pale makeup at Target. In order to avoid more staring from strangers in Target, we used a cowboy hat to hide both eyebrows. Sadly, this did not stop people from staring. Makeup was definitely the most time-consuming aspect of this project. No one in our group was overwhelmingly talented at doing makeup, so it was a learning process for everyone. Besides using paint as a substitute for lipstick, we had to mix different shades of eyeshadow to try and create a brown hue similar to the one in the painting. The eyelashes were a complete monster of their own. We had to buy the longest fake eyelashes that we could find, and even then they still weren't nearly as long as the eyelashes in the painting. In order to achieve such a fair complexion, we applied several layers of the lightest powder that we could find. Taking the actual photo was quite the daunting task. We decided that the camera flash would suffice as lighting. It left some barely noticeable shadows in a few unwanted places, but for the most part it worked for us. We decided to shoot on the ground because we were struggling to stabilize both hairpieces in the right place when standing up. We held the hairpieces up by folding paper supports that couldn't be seen. There was a rod taped to the back of the gold foreground piece that Jenny was holding as Simone took the pictures. After many attempts to perfectly recreate Golden Tears, we realized that the woman's face was too unproportional to exactly recreate. After comparing the photos side by side, we were slightly disappointed by some aspects, but we were extremely excited to be done. We spent only $13.42 on 2 makeup products and worked on the project in 2 to 4 hour intervals pools for several separate days. It was extremely challenging yet fun for us amateurs to attempt to recreate a painting as interesting and unique as Golden Tears.